ladies and gentlemen, I'm John Gray, and this is Just Plain Living.
And I'm Jim Fuller, and we always say that we're glad to be here, but we're lucky to be here this morning considering what this weather's like, John.
Lucky is exactly the truth, and we hope you folks are safe and sound out there. I know we've been fortunate where I am to have power. We've been fortunate to have power here.
Yes, we have.
At the studio. Have you been with power?
Everywhere I've been, we've had power. And we're really fortunate apparently here at the studio because it was out all over Westwood and Sharondale, some of the subdivisions out this way. And,
right.
At one point last night, I know the traffic light on Wilson Avenue was in Cedar Lane was out, so it must have come about to right there. And,
right.
And at that, I know when I heard that on the police scanner, I looked at to see if we were still on the air. So,
yeah, we were on the air. We got a call last night. I got text CJ and Andrew and Tabitha couldn't make it in, and I said, "Y'all gonna be here? Do Tennessee Traveler, and you have power? Oh yeah, we got power. You need to come on."
Yeah.
So they came on and appreciate it. CJ didn't have power.
Yeah.
He left his house. He came in. He had a miner's light on his head.
Yeah.
I said, "What are you doing with that light?" And he said, "That's what I got dressed by." So, it's. Hope everybody's safe and sound out there. It's tough.
Yeah, it is.
We were very fortunate though in that the warm front got here quicker than it was supposed to, and we didn't have as much sleet and ice. I mean, it's icy out there, but 20 miles north of us, it's real icy.
Yeah, John was telling me that he fell out of the truck last night when he got home because it kind of sneaks up on you.
Well, I didn't fall, but what it was, of course, it wasn't really slick here at the studio. When I walked out of here at 10 o'clock last night, up the concrete and over to the truck, of course, I have to pull myself up in that truck because it's real high, that van. And when I got home, it looked the same.
Yeah.
And you sort of have to hop out, and when I hopped out, my feet hit the ground, and luckily I had the door handle in my hand, or I don't bounce very well anymore.
No, you don't take those kind of falls as well as you might have at one time. But you're right, we're pretty lucky because it's been really tough.
Very tough, and it's not over here. It's going to be, what, 0 tonight in the morning Wednesday?
On Wednesday, I think, yeah, so. Yeah,
that's tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's right. So, it's going to be rough.
So make sure of course, I'm sure if anybody that has pets are taking care of them, and make sure to leave. I don't care how good your heat is or anything, leave your water dripping.
Yeah.
Because I've got water almost running because I've had a flood before, and it's no fun.
Yeah, if you ever have it once, you don't want it happening again.
I told Fran, she said, "You letting that water drip a lot?" And I said, "The water bill is insignificant compared to the reconstruction bill."
Right, exactly.
So, be safe about that stuff out there, man. It's tough, and it's been, quite some time. I mean, everybody's talking about the ice storm, and what was that, 98 or
98? Yes, it was.
When things were terrible around here, and some
we get the ice occasionally here. Right. I guess because of where we are, and because a lot of people got some nice snow, we get ice primarily here.
Well, and Nashville didn't get, of course, some sides of Nashville, as I was looking at that, they had 5 inches of snow on one side of town, and the other side of town didn't have any.
Right.
Just had ice, and of course up in Kentucky, it snowed a foot, and they had no ice.
Right.
So those people had a real good, fun winter snowfall, and a lot of kids playing and everything. And around here, it's just slick.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Just slick.
Especially in my subdivision as I was leaving this morning. It was probably, Tullahoma Public Works did a pretty good job in the state, I guess.
Sure.
On the main roads, but my subdivision, it was tough to get out of there this morning. But other than that, it was all right.
And one of the things I heard on Channel 4 that was that. If you've got more than one way to get where you're going, pick the flattest route you can pick, even if it's longer.
Sure.
Because where you get in trouble is where you've got any kind of little hill or grade that you have to go up or down.
Yeah. And it really doesn't.
If you stop, it's over with.
Yeah, and it really doesn't matter if you got 4-wheel drive or all that when it's on ice.
No.
So,
Of course, those people that have that though can get off the road and get over and put their driving wheel on the side of the road where it's, you know, where there's some dirt down under there and stuff. And
or drive through people's yards.
Yeah, drive through people's yards.
So
they can do
anyway,
that.
So,
They can do that.
One other casualty of the weather today is that we didn't have a lot of guests show up.
No, we haven't had a lot of guests, and we do have some good interviews, and we have some stuff we're going to bring you today. You know, one thing I wanted to say, Jimmy, and my heart is hurt because a dear friend of mine, Miss Clemmy Williams, passed away last week. And she's someone I've known for years, and she calls me every Monday night on Tennessee Traveler to tell me that she loves me.
Yeah.
And last Monday night she called, and we talked to each other about how we feel about each other, and then she passed away on Wednesday. So last night when we did Tennessee Traveler, you know, I almost cried one time because I knew Miss Clemmy wasn't going to be calling.
Right.
She lived over at the Housing Authority on Cedar Lane, and every morning when I'd come in, I'd honk at her. She's always sitting out on the porch. Except in weather like this, she wouldn't be, but I'd still honk at her because she told me she could hear that horn inside her apartment.
Right.
She knew I was going by, you know, and that made a difference to me. And she was a lovely lady, and she was loved by a lot of people. And I just want everyone to know that, you know, we here at Channel 6 will miss Miss Clemmy a whole lot. She's a good woman. Good woman.
Okay, and a lot of people knew her.
I hear our partner Jerry Harris has got something going on.
He does.
This week's tomorrow?
Yes, it would be tomorrow. So if you're watching this on Tuesday night, that it would be on Wednesday. If you're watching it on Thursday night, you've missed it. So, it's a seminar on the latest and greatest communications equipment, phone systems, and that sort of thing. And there's a lot of new stuff out there, all kinds of new technology out there. You know, nothing like phones were back in the 60s.
Oh no, and it's very confusing because technology now is almost changing daily.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you know, if you have something that you're used to using, there's probably something better and cheaper out there. But going through the learning curve to take advantage of it is just almost not worth it.
Right. Well, that's why I think Jerry's having this seminar. Jerry is, of course, an expert on that sort of thing. That's what he's done all his life. So, it will help you negotiate that technology barrier there of what you need to know and what you need to be using, particularly if you're in business. So that's going to be here at the Channel 6 studios on Wilson Avenue, and lasts about, I think it starts at 10 o'clock on Wednesday, and he'll have some other people in here to tell you about all aspects of this sort of thing, and so there will be some refreshments as well. So if you get a chance, stop by and see Jerry here at the studios of Channel 6 on Wednesday between, I think it's 10 and 2. So.
You know, and one of the things I guess out there, Jimmy, particularly if you're in business, which is where this is headed, that will comfort you and help you get out of your comfort zone and make that change in technology, is the fact that there's technology out there now that can save you a lot of money.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Compared to what you're using and comfortable with. So that always, saving money always makes people a little bit more comfortable to take on a new learning process.
Sure, absolutely. And again, it's always nice if somebody can guide you through that, because you know, most people just want it to work. They don't care how. That's right. And you know, if anybody's wondering about my Mardi Gras beads here, it's Fat Tuesday today. Yeah, I didn't know that.
This is the last day, you know, before Lent, before the celebration of starting Lent, 40 days before Easter, and you know, those Cajuns down there, they have big time.
Does Fat Tuesday mean you should eat all you can?
All you can. What it is, because usually between now and Easter, you give up something.
Yeah.
You know, I give up Brussels sprouts usually.
Oh, you really hurt yourself.
Real
there,
easy
John,
for me. Yeah.
Big sacrifice.
Yeah. Right, and boiled okra. I give up boiled okra.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not a bad
I can
deal.
see me giving up both of those. You know, fried okra, on the other hand, is a different deal.
Well, yeah. I can remember my daddy eating boiled okra, and he'd hold it up, and you could just see the slime running, and you could see it going down his throat.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
Not me.
Goodness gracious. Times have changed, though.
Times have changed,
Yeah.
and so they'll be, all over. And I know over at the Coker Building next Tuesday, a week from today, they're hosting the Chamber of Commerce Coffee, and they're having their Mardi Gras celebration over there, and because they have a lot of they have a Cajun corner over there where they have a lot of Cajun products, everything from jambalaya mixes to chips and coffees and different hot spices and sauces and stuff, and so I think they even have a little Duck Dynasty stuff over there.
No kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's big time popular these days.
Yeah. And have you ever seen one of them? One of the episodes?
Yes, I have.
Have
you?
you?
Yes.
I've never seen one, so.
Yeah, I have. As a matter of fact, it's been a few days ago. I used to watch it all the time, and I guess they moved them somewhere on the dial, on the channel.
Like they moved us.
Like they moved us, and I haven't been able to find it. But yeah, it's quite interesting. These young men, most of you folks probably know this, but yeah.
They make duck calls.
They make duck calls, and apparently make
millions of duck calls.
Millions of duck calls, and they've made a fortune doing that.
Fortune.
Absolute fortune.
Fortune. Yeah.
Matter of fact, they've done so well that some of you folks may remember that they had the Duck Commander Bowl this year.
Right.
Football bowl, and
that ain't cheap.
That ain't cheap.
Yeah.
That ain't cheap. So, but they're really just down to earth Southern people, and they're big time fun to watch. So.
Well, and talking about things moving and you're not knowing where to find something. I want to emphasize to all of you folks out there that all of our programming is now on our website. Our new website is www.channel6thelink.com. And you can tell your friends who aren't on Charter or who can't find us that they can go to our website and watch every show we do.
Right.
And all you got to do is there'll be a little thing up at the top that says shows, and you click on it, and the list of shows goes down, everything from living to news to senior moment to football games to whatever, government shows, and you can punch on that, and another thing will come down, and you can just pick what. They all have a date on them of what week it was that they were done. So you can watch things from the past, things from today. And you can watch them at your leisure whenever you want to. You don't have to watch them. Or if you want to rewatch something at a time when we're not on the air, you Charter folks out there, go to our website and watch the show again.
Yeah. It's like on demand.
It's our own personal on demand.
On demand. You can see it anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world. That's exactly
Except
correct.
Maybe Russia. I think they've cut people off the internet over there. I don't know. But
really?
I think they restrict it big time. Yeah.
Probably so.
Yeah, but they like to do a lot of propaganda over there, and I don't want people seeing somebody else's view about it. So, but it's nice. It's nice that we're able to do that.
We're in the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Yes, it is. Yes, that's right.
And we want to thank all of those military people out there and first responders who every day put themselves in front of danger and between danger and us to keep us able to live and do what we do here.
Yes, they are.
And they're to be thanked and blessed, and their families as well.
By the way, victim Peggy Weather was a victim of the weather this morning. That's why she's not with us. Peggy has a mansion high on a hill, and she was afraid that if she ever got off that hill, she'd not be able to get back up there today.
Well, and she has from her house to here. There's a bunch of ups and downs, and
yeah, exactly. I don't blame her.
I don't blame her either, because those roads out there probably hadn't had much attention to.
Exactly. And so John and I are kind of winging this morning, and we have a skeleton crew.
Yeah, but that's all right. We've got the guys in the back, and we're gonna. Philip and Andrew are back there running the ship. We just hope it's not the Titanic.
That's right. So if this segment has been an hour long or 30 minutes long, it's because John and I have no idea
where we're going next. But I tell you what we're going to do. I did this, I think, about a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to do it again to take us to commercial. Something good going on, because with everything that's happening out there, we all need to hear this. Everything seems upside down. Have they all gone mad? This might be the worst week the world has ever had. There's fighting everywhere. Can't they just get along? As for me, I'm headed home because something good's going on. Something good going on when I hit the door. The smell of supper cooking, kids in the floor. That boss man weighing my pound of flesh, he don't even know I'm gone. He's got his share. I'm going where something good's going on. Like Odie Lee sitting with a baby in his lap. Uncle Bunch fly catching on the front porch as he naps. Not this week.
All right.
A double lemon wedge and Teresa's cold sweet tea. The glow of dawn in your hair right there next to me. Something good going on. Let the talking heads go to bed with everything that's wrong. I'll spend my time trying to find something good going on. Something good going on just waiting there for you and your mama's kitchen table, at your mama's kitchen table in a Sunday morning pew. A new melody under a live oak tree, the magic's not all gone. The race ain't done, here comes the sun. Something good going on. And the Cajuns say, les bon temps roulés. And a Cajun's never wrong. Find your soul, let the good times roll, because something good is going on. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Are you tired of getting those letters in the mail being turned down for that new car due to bankruptcy, medical expenses, or divorce? Then look no further than Russell Barnett Kia. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Here at Russell Barnett Kia, we are your bank. Dial 931-455-6066 or visit us on the web at russellbarnett.com. And remember, we are the bank and we can help you. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Why buy anywhere else?
It's your trademark. That's something special everyone knows and remembers. It's your thing. It's made holidays special for decades and summers unforgettable for the entire neighborhood. It's made everyone laugh every single time. Don't let illness or injury keep you from doing your thing. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and this is our segment we refer to as Police Pointers, and we have Paul Blackwell from the Tullahoma Police Department joining us today. Paul was talking to Paul before we came on today, and I asked Paul if, it's been pretty cold the last couple of weeks, and I asked Paul do criminals stay home and don't commit any crimes during the cold weather or inclement weather, and your answer was, Paul?
Not really.
Not really.
If they're going to commit crimes, the weather doesn't really affect them.
Yeah.
But you know, there are times that if it's really, really cold, the people out on the streets does greatly decrease.
Yes.
But there's still those people that if they're set on committing a crime, the weather doesn't deter them too terribly much.
And and at least this is my assessment. I may be wrong, but in Tullahoma, we're blessed to not have a lot of crime, especially serious and violent crimes.
Yes.
But if you ever listen to a police scanner, which I need to do in my business, but you'll find that the police officers in this town are pretty busy. It's not always something life-threatening, but
right.
But they stay busy with various and sundry things.
And there's all types of things that police get called to. The barking dog, or I hear a noise outside, or really the things of, hey, someone just broke a window in my car. So yes, the officers do stay busy.
Exactly.
And when they're not busy, then they have the responsibility of patrolling to look for, criminal activity or suspicious people to try to prevent crime from occurring. So it's not, hey, let's go sit somewhere and just wait for the next phone call to come in.
I'm always amazed, and then we'll get right onto your subject here about some of the calls that come in. It's like, I guess every time something goes wrong, somebody's going to call a police officer and get him to settle that, whether it's actually
it will.
And matter or
one
not.
of the things that we try to make sure the officers understand is, it may be something so petty, but to that person or the two people involved, that's the major thing going on in their life right now.
Yeah.
So officers have to understand that we from the outside looking in think, come on, this is ridiculous. But to the people that are involved, it's major.
Yeah.
So we have to give them our attention, and we have to help them try to work through the situation. And and if we walk away, we can say, that was just, but you can't do that when they're needing your help.
Right.
And that's what we're here for. We're here to respond to the community and try to help resolve situations. And I'll be the first to stand up and say, we don't satisfy everybody, and we're lucky if we satisfy a good portion of people. Because if I were to come to your house and you were having a disagreement with, say, your brother, if I side with you, he gets mad. If I side with him, you get mad. If we don't side with either of you, you both get mad. So it's almost a no-win situation. But we've got to do what the law requires, and our number one thing is to maintain peace and order in the community.
Exactly.
And we'd like to satisfy everybody, but we know it's just not going to happen.
Okay. All right. You have a kind of a big event for your police department and for the community, I think, that you kicked off, I believe, yesterday.
Yesterday, in fact, it was the mayor's program along with the Coffee County Anti-Drug Coalition, and it was labeled Community Drug-Free Summit, with the idea, the intent to get the community to come together and partner to try to reduce the availability and the presence of drugs in our community. And we all know that drugs are going to be everywhere, because you can classify drugs as being alcohol. Alcohol is legal, but if you take it to excess, then it becomes an issue.
Sure.
Then we have the illicit drugs, those that are against the law, your marijuana, your cocaine, methamphetamines, that type of stuff. And then we have our prescription pills, which again are legal, but then when you get to a point where you abuse it or do something else with it, then it becomes illegal. So we're trying to address all of those things and get people to understand a lot of that and to work together to come up with solutions to decrease the amount and hopefully work to that optimal level of no drugs. But I think we all, again, when you have legal alcohol, legal prescriptions, we're always going to have the presence of that. And what we find are usually there are three results of all that. There's either abuse, addiction, or dependence. If people could just use the product for what it's intended for, but unfortunately we have a lot of people that go to that other level and either abuse it, they become addicted to it, or they're dependent on it, which dependence and addiction, pretty much the same thing. So we want to bring awareness to that type of stuff. One of our biggest issues are the prescription medications. And one of the things we talked about yesterday, I didn't bring my visual aids today, but last year the police department, we have that take-back box in our lobby.
Right.
And we collected 411 pounds of prescription and over-the-counter medication.
That is a phenomenal amount of drugs in the community.
And I usually bring a visual aid that has a pound of pills, so you can see just how large or what it does. But I think I could equate it to a 6-inch Subway sandwich. And this is not a, it was not a ploy there for advertisement, but a 6-inch sub is about the equivalent size of what a pound of pills would look like. So you multiply that over 400 times, that's a lot of pills that have been taken off the street. And in 2013, we had 422 pounds turned in. So that's a lot of pills that we've gotten off the street.
And real quick, that's where you've got a place at the police department, I think, where they can return.
Yeah, it's a large mailbox, just like you'd see at the post office, and you can come in, no questions are asked. You come in, bag it up, just drop it in there. Then every month, or sooner if we have to, we'll empty it, inventory it, and weigh it. And then once or twice a year, we'll destroy it properly. What has happened in the past, in years past, if you ask someone, how do you get rid of medications, the response was flush it down the commode.
Right.
And obviously, I think now everybody's realizing that was not the best thing to do, and there are other methods to do it. So when we destroy it, we incinerate it. We take it down to Huntsville to a company that weighs it, signs for it, does everything to make sure that there's accountability, and then they burn it. And they take that burned product and turn it into a recycled form of energy.
Right.
So we will properly dispose of it if you'll just bring it to us. So we hope to get the prescriptions off the streets, out of the houses, because what we find are a lot of people become victims to theft, because someone will be at their house or there'll be a party, people have to use the restroom, and what some people do is use that as a ploy to go in and see what type of medications you have. And then party's over, time to clean up, someone goes to get their medication, they find out my prescriptions are gone.
Right.
So that abuse occurs. We've also, over time, have gotten information where young people will have parties. And it's called a farming party, P-H-A-R-M-I-N-G, where they'll take whatever medications they can get from home or wherever else, come to this party and just drop it into a large bowl. And then throughout the party, they just take what they want, not knowing what the side effects are. And
my goodness.
Yes, and you know, those are the type of things that we have to control, because again, you know, is it peer pressure causing them to do it? Are they addicted to it? Are they just abusing the drugs? So as a community, we have to all get on board to say, we'll do our part to try to combat this.
And so I assume that's what you're doing with this new program that you've got here. You're trying to educate.
Right. We broke down into groups after the main presentation. Broke it down to like government, school, health, veterans, all these different little subcategories to sit and trying to come up with a plan. How can these different entities contribute to this? And you know, it's not going to be a one-day process. It's going to take time. But what's important that we tried to share is the police alone can't do it. People oftentimes look to the police as, okay, take care of it. You know, the courts can't take care of it by themselves. It's got to be a partnership. And that's what we tried to emphasize, is we all have to work together. Even the state came down from the Department of Health and Substance Abuse. They sent one of their deputy directors down. And you know, it's a widespread problem. And you know, Tullahoma is wanting to take that leap forward, and let's try to reduce it. Let's do something about it.
Okay. Sounds like a great program, Chief.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for coming by today. Folks, we'll be right back in just a moment with more living right after this.
Looking for a unique gift for someone special, or perhaps something just for yourself? Then you need to check out Grady Mac Denim Company, right here in the heart of Tullahoma. Grady Mac features the full line of men's and women's Lucky brand apparel. Stop in and check out our denim production line. Grady Mac offers a full line of outdoor sporting apparel and much more. And check out our custom fly fishing equipment, fine art, and signed sports memorabilia. There's something for everyone at Grady Mac Denim Company, the most unique store in Tullahoma.
We get closer to a world with more birthdays. When we take cancer patients by the hand, we help them find answers and guidance and hope, and give them more candles to light. We're the American Cancer Society. Help create a world with more birthdays at morebirthdays.com.
serving you as a local firefighter.
Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force.
Serving Tullahoma.
Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
All right, folks, we're back, and Jim, I had a great opportunity last week.
I understand you did.
I went to Nashville to Prime Studio, and there's a gentleman named Joe Schmidt, S-C-H-M-I-D-T, who has cut one of my songs that I wrote with Tim Daly. It's on his new album, and he cut Pick Up the Phone, which Tim and I did together, and that can be found at... you can go on iTunes and download it. It's on CD Baby, or you can go to www.joeschmidtmusic.com and get it off of his webpage.
Joe is the
artist. He's the artist.
Okay.
Joe is a farmer. He lives in North Dakota, and he sang all his life. And everybody talked about, you know, he needed to go to Nashville, and he and his wife Sherry, she said, you know, you need to go to Nashville. So they came to Nashville and started looking for songs. And this week they did, or last week they did Straight to You, which Tim and I wrote, and they've recorded 2 other songs of ours. And so I had an opportunity to go to the studio, which is always fun. And the people who were there, the gentleman who's producing this is Mylon Bogdan. And I did a little research on Mylon. He's won 26 Grammys. He's worked with everybody from George Strait to Faith Hill to Tim McGraw to, I think he's the one that developed KC and the Sunshine Band.
No kidding.
Yeah. I mean, so he's been doing this for years and has great credentials. And some of the guys that played on the album, the drummer Sean is Kenny Chesney's drummer, and there was a hot little guitar player there named Jimmy Galloway, who's, you know, those guys come in and out of Nashville, these young guys that are gunslinging guitar players, and he was there, and we had a great session and some great people. And so I just took a little video of the studio. Here's some pictures right here. This is if you folks have ever been in a studio, used to the boards that they would use to run a session would be as big as that whole room.
Right.
Now they're doing it's all computerized and digital, and you know, there's one guy sitting there instead of 5 guys with a roller ball. And let's go to that next picture, Philip. There's Sean, and Sean plays with Kenny Chesney. It's his drummer, and I asked him if he knew Robin Majors from Tullahoma, because Robin works with Kenny Chesney, and he said, oh my God, Robin is the man.
Yeah.
He said, we're so glad that his health is back good, and Robin's going back on the road with him this year. So that's great for him. And Sean, it was a really nice guy, and you look at him, and looking at him sideways, I looked at him and I said, damn, I didn't know Peyton Manning had quit the Broncos and started playing drums in Nashville. And he said, you'd be surprised how many times he hears that.
Right.
So, and there's the whole group right there. See the little guy with the little flat hat on in the middle with a grin on his face?
Yeah.
That's Galloway. And then Mylon is the older gentleman, and then Joe's the big guy on the left. And of course, that's Tim Daly, my writing partner and buddy right there, the last one on the left. And so, good bunch of guys. We had a great session, And there's the, just to show you what the inside of one of those places look like. You know, all of these are soundproofed rooms, and that's the rhythm room right there. That's where your drum and guitar and your bass are. And then there's another room where the acoustic guitar player was, and then another room where the steel guy was. So, and then Joe has a song out right now that is getting a lot of acclaim. Joe's a religious kind of a guy, and he did Jesus Loves Me and put a video with it, and they put it on the air, and they've already had over 70,000 hits on the internet.
Yeah.
So we're going to run a little film that I took the other day, and then we'll end this segment with Joe doing Jesus Loves Me.
Partners for Healing provides medical care to the working uninsured of Coffee, Franklin, and Moore counties. We are in Tullahoma from 8 to 5, Monday through Thursdays, and in Manchester on Fridays from 8 to 12. We provide primary medical care and offer an in-house disease management program.
My name is Rosie Mitchell, and I would just like to say I am blessed to have partners in my life.
Please call 455-5014 for more information. Thank you for being one of our Partners for Healing.
Hello, this is Janie Price. When my husband Ray Price would tour across the country, his favorite place to dine was Cracker Barrel Old Country Store locations. His favorite thing to order was the Uncle Herschel.
And the beauty of it all is forever, you'll be holding me to.
I miss Ray dearly, and I'm so proud that his last album, Beauty Is, The Final Sessions, is available at his favorite restaurant.
A love affair to remember.
The project includes a duet with Martina McBride and harmony vocals from Vince Gill. Ray believed this to be the best recording he had ever made.
Oh, I wish I was 18 again.
I think you'll agree when you pick up your copy of Beauty Is, The Final Sessions at a Cracker Barrel Old Country Store location near you, or at crackerbarrel.com.
A world without breast cancer is a world with more birthdays. And signing up for the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk will help us get there faster. The American Cancer Society invests in groundbreaking breast cancer research, and we're part of every community. In fact, 1 in 2 women newly diagnosed with breast cancer turns to us for support. Sign up today at makingstrideswalk.org. Together, we can finish the fight against breast cancer.
All right, folks, we're back, and I have 2 lovely young ladies up here with me today, and it's always fun to have Belle Royton here, and Lane Yoder is with her this morning, and they are getting ready to have a fun event for Partners for Healing.
Yes, and what I want to do first off is introduce Ms. Lane Yoder, because it was her brainchild. She had this idea, she's seen it done before, and she said, let's do this for partners and for our community, because why not?
Well, what is it?
Yes, on Saturday, February 28th, from 6:30 to 8:30, we are having a father-daughter dance. Now, it's not just limited to fathers. Uncles are welcome, grandfathers are welcome, special
so a grandpa
buddies.
can come?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
And
or a brother?
Or a brother, absolutely, and bring their little princess, favorite sibling. The ages are birth up through middle school. So, and the cost of the event is $35 per daddy, daughter, and then $10 for each additional princess that they would like to bring to the event.
So you can have more than one princess.
You can, exactly.
Well, I guess, and I guess if you did have more than one princess, that choice would not be a good choice. There would be no good choice there.
Exactly.
So Dad can bring all of his princesses at $10 extra per extra princess, right?
Exactly. The cost of the ticket includes a free picture, 4x6 picture of Daddy with his daughters, and we're having the fabulous Kat McMurr is going to be our DJ that evening. So dancing and desserts and pictures, and we're going to have dance lessons, and we think it's going to be just a really fun evening. And the moms get into it as well. It's so fun to dress your daughter up and have her get ready for maybe her first date, with her dad, and so.
But mom has to stay at the house.
Yes, this is this is Dad's turn to go out on events, go out on the town.
A mom probably likes it too.
Exactly.
You know, there's a wonderful commercial on television, and right now, and I forget really who it's for. You know, a lot of times the commercials are so good that you get wrapped up into the story and you forget whose ad it really is. But it shows a man putting a tux on, and he's dressing up and he's tying his tie and everything, and you think, well, he's getting ready to go out on the town, and he walks down the hall and his wife's standing there with a load of laundry, and he walks into his daughter's bedroom and she's sitting at a little tea table, and he's come in his tux to have tea with her.
That's wonderful.
So this is sort of that type of is sort of that type of thing.
Exactly. Yes.
Now, did you mention something? Will there be snacks?
There, we're going to have. We have several businesses that are helping support us with this event. One of whom is Chick-fil-A, and so they're going to be donating some items. We're also going to have just other desserts and punch available.
Goody Two Scoops also.
Goody Two Scoops is going to be helping us as well. We'll have coffee for the dads.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
And so this is the first time here that's really been done, right?
Yes. Other towns, other organizations. Where I'm from in Mississippi, Kiwanis sponsors a local father-daughter dance. Is wildly successful. So we're excited to bring this type of event to the Tullahoma and surrounding communities. So we're hoping it's going to be very well received, and this will become the first of many. So
the first of many. I remember, and I'm going to ask a question, and I should know, but I probably they might not. Do the junior high? Do they still have like sock hops and stuff like we had when we were in school? They have. They do have dances.
Yes, they do.
So maybe for some of those young ladies who are just going into that area,
right?
This might be a good practice time for them with Dad to maybe get rid of some of those jitters they might have when they go to their first middle school dance. Of course, those little boys get them the jitters anyway.
Exactly.
Dad can't take that away, can he?
This is all about family. It's what partners does.
Sure.
Daddy, I'm sorry, I was a daddy's girl. I know very well. You were daddy. Well, you got two redheaded daddy girls sitting up here, okay? We loved our daddies.
Love Daddy.
Nothing better daddy can do for his daughter than take her someplace special, treat her like a princess. Yeah.
That's great. And again, it's going to go to help finance Partners for Healing, which is a great institution in this community, helping people, the uninsured, the working uninsured. And there's a lot of us out there.
They're still here.
I don't care what kind of government plan they put in place. There's still a lot of people who have needs.
Absolutely.
You know what I was looking recently, had somebody pull together some numbers for me. A third of our folks would be covered by TennCare if TennCare covered everybody. A third of our folks would have been right there, would have been the Haslam's extended plan that didn't go through. And a third of our folks, Obamacare says you should be able to afford our health insurance, but they look at us and say, I can't afford it. So it's really, truly a third.
Right. So help us, help them, help you.
Exactly.
The father-daughter dance, and again, what's the date on that?
February 28th. It starts at 6:30, goes till 8:30, and there's several places tickets are available.
Okay.
You'll see, they'll probably scroll our number up here. Our number is 455-5014. You can always call the office. You can go online as of this evening to purchase tickets at www.partnersforhealing.org. Or, since we serve Coffee, Franklin, and Moore County, in Moore County, tickets will be available at Moore County Bank. In Winchester, tickets will be available at Citizens Tri-County Bank and Russell Barnett Dodge Chrysler dealership. And it's a long list. And in Manchester, they are available at
Walgreens.
They're available at J&G Pizza and. Oh, shoot, I forgot.
Call Partners for Healing. Call that number right there and find out where they are. We've got to go right now. Girls, thank you so much.
It's
a wonderful idea, and I hope you have great success. I just wish I had a little daughter.
I don't have one. I bet you have one.
Folks, we'll be right back after these messages.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play, what you wear, how you dance, or even what direction life takes you. You just need to be there. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
How long has it been since you raced a cheetah? Are your tornado creating skills getting rusty? Tired of being the only one in your neighborhood who hasn't built a dinosaur? Sounds like it's time to visit the Hands-On Science Center. The Hands-On Science Center is an indoor science playground. In this museum, please touch is the rule. Join us for weekly science demonstrations on space, lasers, lizards, rocks, and a whole lot more. No two visits are ever the same, so visit often to see our ever-changing exhibits and demonstrations. The Hands-On Science Center, 101 Mitchell Boulevard in Tullahoma.
Welcome back, folks, and as most of you know, that Saturday was Valentine's Day, and I hope you guys all remember to get that special someone a nice gift for Valentine's. And it was also there was also a big celebration at the Life Care Center here in Tullahoma, and the mayor of Tullahoma, along with some help from some of the youth in our community, went over there with balloons and flowers. I think he had flowers for everybody at the center on Saturday afternoon. And my buddy John Gray was there, of course. Also, there was some entertainment, and how appropriate, too. Love songs by Rooster and the Red Maiden performed for the people there at Life Care on Saturday afternoon. My buddy John Gray was there with and brought us some video. Let's watch that right now.
All right, we're at Life Care Center of Tullahoma today, and they're having a little Valentine's celebration here today. It's Happy Valentine's at Life Care in Tullahoma. And the room is decorated up with hearts and Valentine's. And Rooster and the Red Maiden are here. They're going to do some entertaining. Valentine right there. Look at that smiling face. They're fixing cookies, and they've got flowers and the table set up. There's Mama Dot right there, bringing in something to eat. Look, there's brownies. Oh, it's going to be fun here at Life Care.
And welcome all you Valentines. We're so glad you're here with us to enjoy some love songs. And I want to introduce you to two of my best loves in my life. Our daughter-in-law, Cindy Gray, and our son, Jacob Gray. And they're known as Rooster and the Red Maiden. So they're going to share some Valentine's music with you. And thank you so much.
Gonna take the sentimental journey. Gonna set my heart at ease.
Gonna make a sentimental journey to new old memories.
I got my bag, got my reservation. Spent every dime I could afford.
I'm like a child in wild anticipation. I long to hear that all aboard.
Certain
that's the time we leave.
7
I'll be waiting up for
heaven.
Counting every mile a railroad track
that takes me back.
I never thought
my heart could be so yearning.
Why did I decide to roam? Gonna take a sentimental journey, sentimental journey home. Don't be afraid to sing along. See a couple people trying. of forever. Come every life, a railroad track will take me back. I never thought my heart could be so yearning. Why did I decide to roam? Gonna take a sentimental journey, sentimental journey home, sentimental journey home, sentimental journey home.
Fran's drawing numbers now, and they're giving out Valentine's gifts. And
Number 8 is right back there.
look at there, there's a Valentine's bear.
Number 20.
And here's the group bringing flowers and balloons in. Here's Rob Curley right here. Rob, what y'all doing today, man?
We're bringing some flowers and balloons to the ladies here at the nursing home to, I guess, spread some Valentine's cheer.
Very good.
So,
good job.
Hoping they'll enjoy it.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
Yes,
I'm sure they will.
Yes,
Look at that lovely face and those beautiful roses right there. All those good-looking young ladies and gentlemen.
Want a balloon now?
A balloon, yeah. Everybody wants balloons. All right, here they come inside now. They're inside of Life Care of Tullahoma, bringing all kinds of Valentine's cheer to the residents here. And we just appreciate these young people and what they're doing. This is an initiative that Mayor Curley started quite some time back for Valentine's and for Mother's Day to the in-house facilities where people are being cared for in Tullahoma, and it's just another one of those ways that makes Tullahoma a unique and wonderful town, getting the support of the young people and all the folks that care and do things to help make others happy on special days.
Are you tired of getting those letters in the mail being turned down for that new car due to bankruptcy, medical expenses, or divorce? Then look no further than Russell Barnett Kia. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Here at Russell Barnett Kia, we are your bank. Dial 931-455-6066 or visit us on the web at russellbarnett.com. And remember, we are the bank and we can help you. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Why buy anywhere else?
It's your trademark. That's something special everyone knows and remembers. It's your thing. It's made holidays special for decades and summers unforgettable for the entire neighborhood. It's made everyone laugh every single time. Don't let illness or injury keep you from doing your thing. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network. All right, folks, we're back, and Jimmy, you know, it's Black History Month.
It is.
And our friend Elmore Torbett has been trying to get some folks over here, and of course, Elmore was going to be here today, but the people aren't getting out much
nobody's
today.
out today.
And our staff has found some information that we want to share with you today. It's little known facts about Black history, and there's this will be just printed facts, and there'll be music behind it, and we just want to make sure that we do our part to celebrate Black History Month, and we think you'll find this interesting.
Time.
every voice and sing till earth and
Charles Henry Turner was the first person to discover that insects can hear.
Benjamin Banneker was a freeborn descendant of slaves. He became the famous 18th century astronomer, mathematician, and surveyor. He is considered by many to be the first African American scientist.
Dr. Benjamin Carson was the first doctor to separate Siamese twins.
Did you ever know about Jack Johnson? Jack Johnson was the first African American boxer to ever win the heavyweight championship.
Charles Hamilton Houston was a lawyer. He was known as the man who killed Jim Crow. W.C. Handy was the father of blues. Audie B. Wells did the bus boycott 60 years before Rosa Parks. Did you know Judy Reed was the first African American woman to receive a patent in 1884? She invented a hand-operated machine used to roll dough.
Robert H. Lawrence was an astronaut. To be exact, he was the first African American astronaut. He crashed in training, so that's why he didn't make it to outer space.
Did you know Benjamin Davis Jr. was the first African American general?
No, I didn't know that, but did you know in World War II, Charles Drew created blood bank?
Yeah, of course I knew that, man.
Oscar Micheaux was the first African American to produce a feature-length film in 1919.
Josh Gibson was the only baseball player who ever hit a home run out of Yankee Stadium.
Ralph Bunche was the first African American Nobel Peace Prize winner. Madam C.J. Walker was a businesswoman who sold hair care products. She became the first African American millionaire. Matthew Hudson was an African American explorer. He was the first African American to reach the geographic North Pole. John Baptiste Sable was a Haitian colonist in North America, and he became the father of Chicago. John Johnson was the first African American man to be on Forbes 400.
Toussaint Louverture was the leader of the Haitian Revolution. It was the first black independent country in the Western Hemisphere.
Adam Leroy Locke was a writer, a philosopher, an educator, and a patron of the arts. He is known for writing on and about the Harlem Renaissance. He is unofficially named the father of the Harlem Renaissance.
Do you know that Alexander Lewis Twilight was the first African American to earn bachelor's degree of American College? Marcus Garvey was a black nationalist from Jamaica. He founded the UNIA. Mary James Patterson was the first black American woman to graduate from college. Lewis Latimer was an African American inventor. He helped to discover the electric light bulb.
Phillis Wheatley was the first published African American poet.
James Meredith was the first African American student at the University of Mississippi. Lonnie G. Johnson invented the Super Soaker water gun. This toy had $1 billion in sales since 2007. Thomas J. Martin invented the fire extinguisher.
Let freedom ring over the nation. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven rings. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let I rejoice, sing rise high as a listening skies. Let it resound loud as a rolling sea.
Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the paint. Uh-oh. I just knocked a tree over. This is the paint doctor. I got the color wheel. Now, you know what a color wheel is? It is the wheel at the paint works where you pick all your colors to paint your room. It could be a multicolored beard. It could be a underarm fan. You never can tell. One thing we do know is that it's time to paint. You know, you can make your wife very happy if you go to your house and paint some rooms, or you paint the outside of the house, the inside of the house. It makes them feel very good because you work hard for them and they like that. All women like to see their man sweat, you know? They do. Honeydew is what they do. And you get to do it too. So you go to the paint works at 1960 North Washington Street and you see David Heikkinen over there, and he's the real paint doctor. He fix you up with color. It's so nice when the color is right. Go to Paintworks today. Martin Senor. See? Martin Senor. Right there. Martin Senor at the Paintworks. Bye, and we see you next time. I'm burning up.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Welcome back. You're going to be glad you hung around for this segment. I have with me Catherine Murray and Chip Gazelle. And you all are doing a benefit for Special Olympics.
Yes, we are. No, my husband is the area director. Okay. I'm just his
assistant, if we could.
All right, so you're the assistant that helps out with the activities and how you raise money and all those things.
We do. Special Olympics has been, we have been in Coffee County, Bedford, Lincoln, Moore, Franklin County for years. The individual who was doing it has retired after 35 years of service, Karen Matchett.
Yes,
and
what a commitment she made.
It was a huge commitment, and my husband had volunteered to take her place. And we currently have anywhere between 500 and 800 participants that participate in several events throughout the course of the school year.
So what are some of those events?
Those events, well, we just had our basketball.
Yeah.
We were in Gatlinburg for 3 days with our snowboarding and skiing. And
that is wonderful. How many did you take?
Well, our area took 15 athletes, and we had we have swimming in January. That is held in Lebanon. That is our state. As I may, if I could explain, we have our local events, our regional events, and then our state events, and that comprises of aquatics, swimming, basketball, football. We have flag football. And then, of course, our big event is in April 21st, where we have over last year we had 400 participants.
So the group that you're with, how many counties are involved in this?
5 counties.
That's Bedford, Coffee, Franklin,
Lincoln, and Moore counties. And we have individuals who assist my husband in getting the schools involved, and that's how most of the participants are. They are in the schools, and the age starts from 8 to whenever.
That's wonderful.
It is.
Catherine, you want to tell me why you're all spruced up today?
I'm all spruced up because I love sparklies. No. I'm doing a benefit for the Special Olympics, and it's our Michael Jackson show. This is our 7th time now. And it's March the 7th at South Jackson at 7 o'clock. And all the funds and all the money raised from advertising. So if you can't make the show and you want to do something for the event, you can buy an ad in the paper the program. And then all the funds are going to go to Special
If somebody wants to buy an ad or just to donate, they call you or they call
me,
McMurr's?
461-0034. Call McMurr's.
Okay.
And we have 9 dancers now.
Wonderful.
I started with 4. And now we have like 9.
Now you have 9. That's great.
And it's a 2-hour show, live singing and dancing, costume changes. This is one of the many moonwalking.
I love it.
Glove waving and everything. And it's $15 for adults and $10 for students. Children under 10.
Well, it's a wonderful performance, and what a great opportunity to give funds to your organization, which helps so many young people.
Absolutely, it does. And all the proceeds from CATS benefit will provide for these events that we take these children to. It is solely supported by donations, these fundraisers like CATS doing for us, and anytime that you want to make a donation, you could just contact, it is the Lower Cumberland region.
Okay.
Of Special Olympics. Yes, it's the Lower Cumberland Region.org. Okay.
And you guys have a great Facebook page.
And we do have a great Facebook page. Yes, it is Facebook again. Is also the Lower Cumberland Region, and it's Area 13, which does comprise of those 5 counties.
Those 5 counties.
Yes.
So we're excited to be able to help them out, and
sure you are.
And I'm hoping that again that we can give them enough to do something really great with the participants.
Do you ever use any of the Special Olympic people on stage?
Yes, I do every show.
I thought you did.
Every show.
He's there, and that's one of the most special things you do.
And he will be there this show too.
That is
D'Angelo.
awesome.
D'Angelo, absolutely.
I knew he was. I just wanted you to give him a little.
D'Angelo was our Athlete of the Year about 2 years.
2013?
Yes, it was.
Yes,
2013. Our Athlete of the Year, D'Angelo was.
Well, maybe one time he'll come on and we'll.
That would be great.
That would be really nice.
That would be a lot of fun to have him here. They're very special individuals.
What is the age group that you all
deal with? 8 to Infinity. It starts in 8 years old, and they do have the adults that participate. We have a large group of adults that participate in all of our events, and D'Angelo is one of them.
Yes,
so
that's wonderful.
It is.
So the next event coming up, let's tell about that one more time. That's
March
your
the
event,
7th.
March the 7th.
At South Jackson at 7 p.m.
7
Tickets
o'clock.
go on sale next Tuesday, February 17th. February 17th at McMurray's.
And so
just
don't
come by
forget to
and
get a
don't
ticket
forget.
or make a donation. It's
Please.
a wonderful opportunity.
All right.
I am so glad I got to meet you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peggy.
Thank
As
you.
always, I appreciate
Absolutely.
you guys.
Yeah.
We'll be back with more of Living.
Smoking tobacco accounts for 3 of every 10 fire deaths in the United States.
Tullahoma Fire Department need you en route to a structure fire, 202 Main Street. Heavy smoke showing. Neighbors advise child trapped inside.
Lighters, matches, and associated smoking paraphernalia are the leading cause of preschooler fire deaths. We as firefighters know that most structure fires can be prevented.
I've got one! I've got one! Command, this is primary search. We have a victim. Need EMS to meet us at the front door.
Please help us to give you a fighting chance. This can be prevented. Contact the Tullahoma Fire Department for a free home safety inspection.
What's a Tennessee vacation? It starts off like any road trip, and then, boom, adventure and thrills everywhere you look, which happens to be some of the most beautiful scenery in the country. Music here, history there, and all kinds of green in between. Come relax and unwind, or bring the crowd for some stargazing, or stargazing. Whatever you do, come hungry and expect an awesome soundtrack. It's all right here in Tennessee. We're playing your song. For a free vacation guide, visit tnvacation.com.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network. We're back, and as always, you know, this month is Mardi Gras month, and isn't it? Mardi Gras?
It is.
I've got the girls from Coker's over here, Melissa and Colleen, and they're having 2 things are happening over there. You've got a Mardi Gras party coming up, and the Chamber of Commerce Coffee is going to be at Coker's.
February 24th at 11 a.m. The Chamber will we will host the Chamber Coffee, and we are having a Mardi Gras party that will just probably go through the whole week. As you can see,
look at there.
has on one of our lovely mats.
Is she ready?
She is ready.
Peggy, you need to buy that. That'd look good.
Goes with your black dress.
Black dress and that rooster hair you've got over there. And speaking about rooster hair, you got a piece of rooster wear on.
A piece of our rooster wear. We carry some custom-made ties, and
I've got my rooster scarf on today. Yeah,
I didn't know what
pocket squares.
Pocket square. Thank you.
And other items.
We just have all kinds of neat things at Coker's. Well, I tell you what. Let's start with the fact that we have our resident artist back with us, dislocated artist Becky Shelton. So you can have paint parties. You can go and have private lessons. You can buy art supplies, which is wonderful. You can go ahead and I keep my grandkids in art supplies all the time. I would myself if I had time to paint, but I just don't.
You can get your groove on.
Look at that bag. Isn't that gorgeous?
Get ready for Bonnaroo. She also has jackets and blouses, and she's ordered a whole bunch of new scarves for Bonnaroo that have skulls and cool things on them.
So if you want to let your inner hippie come out, that is the place to go. I wear my hippie clothes. I'm excited that I get to wear my hippie clothes every now and then. So we have a lot of fun things there. We have another artist who does she does watercolors. Marie Kelly, and so she does a lot of neat things. She does a lot of cars and tractors.
Yes.
And
if you're looking for a great Valentine gift for a male, we do have some things in there.
That's right.
You can buy him a rooster wear tie and a car for his wife.
Yeah. Well, the Coker Building was on the Something in Red video that we had just a minute ago.
That's right. Yes, that's right.
So we had quite a few items from the Coker Building.
Let's see what we have here. This is, I love this. These plates have the little, I don't know what you call them.
Just push them.
Jewel thingy that comes off, and you can replace it with a different motif. So, you know, if you wanted to do something for Christmas, you could put
a Christmas one in there.
Or Valentine's or whatever. But anyway, that is so nifty. I like it. I like it a lot.
These are new for you to serve with your wine and cheese. We do have Mardi Gras items.
Let's tell us about Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras.
We have Zapp's Voodoo Chips, and if you've never had them, I suggest you have them because they're
good.
Wonderful.
They're really good.
And to keep them fresh, we carry Tupperware. So we do have a nice assortment of Tupperware. Sarah Hall is our Tupperware dealer.
Right.
So we have a nice assortment of that.
We also have the Cook Me Something Mister Jambalaya mix.
And it is marvelous.
It is very good. this particular mix has a Tullahoma connection of sorts. The girl who owns the business, Kristen Pro, is married to Rick and Jan Moore's son. And so
we do have
So she came in and talked to me one day, and she said, "Do you want to try it?" And I said, "Yes." And boy, have I sold it like crazy.
Well, my dad was from South Louisiana, and I've eaten jambalaya cooked by my granny from scratch, and that right there is really, really, really good.
Okay. And then
I guarantee it.
Of course, I'm a big Cajun lover, so I put this Slap Your Mama on everything. Eggs. You name
Colleen
it.
and I have been dieting, and so to flavor our bland food, we use a little bit of Slap Your Mama. It's good on everything. And Coker's has everything.
Now, don't you kids out there take that literal. This is Valentine's week. Don't be slapping your mom.
No, don't slap your mama, really.
Well, actually, I gave some of that to my son as a part of his Christmas, and he opened the bag and he said, "Well, I don't want to slap my mama." And I said, "Well, I'm glad." We do have a great assortment of baby things. This is one of my favorite. If you have a little girl, this is their very first little black dress, born to wear diamonds.
I have a feeling my new granddaughter
That's pretty cool
will have
right
one
there.
of those.
I like that.
And we have little baby snoozies. We have
here's another
we have
pair.
Adult snoozies too.
And here are toddler snoozies.
And toddler snoozies.
And these are shaped like these are animals.
We cater to everybody.
Everybody, that's
Children,
right.
Adults, everybody, artists.
And let's see.
Here's something else we cater to.
Uh-oh. You
Sweet
chocolate
Tooth.
lovers.
Water's Edge chocolate.
And this is popcorn covered in chocolate right here.
And now-
See the popcorn on the side? That's popcorn layered in chocolate by Water's Edge. Look at that.
And we do
Decadent.
This is neat. It's got little Valentine hearts. It'd be great for a little Valentine gift.
Yeah.
We also have Old Timers candy, which is owned by my grandson, Colin Sharan, who's 12 years old. And he has his own business called Old Timers Candy from the 20th century.
Yep, and I go over there and get a goo-goo about twice a week.
He has goo-goos.
Malto meal and malto balls and all that stuff. He's got it.
Mary Jane's.
Lots of Mary Jane's. We
I
just
got
have
jewelry
everything.
here.
Okay.
There's some tea bags in there.
All right, now we have our potter, our resident potter is Susan Rodenhaver, and she's out of Murfreesboro, and she makes the most beautiful pottery, and the prices are amazing. This is only $12.50 for this mug. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Very
and
nice.
let me see that.
And it has a Bible verse on it.
Has a Bible verse on it. Let me tell you what, you put your coffee in that right there, it's going to stay hotter longer.
Absolutely.
Yes. And soup. That's a great soup cup right there.
And tea.
We have tea.
We carry the 2 leaves in a bud tea, which is really good. So if since we're starting to get cold again on that cold winter's night, you can have some tea in your mug.
Love.
This is a dish towel, and it's very, very big.
That's half of it.
That's just half of it.
And it says love. What a great thing.
We have all kinds of...
Hold that little black dress up again. I want to see that.
Alrighty. And we also have a lot of jewelry if you're looking for something for your Valentine. Here's our little black dress.
I love that.
This is Wind and Fire jewelry. This is the one called Love. We also have Lenny and Eva. This is also called Love. So we have
You got love all over that building.
Love all over that building.
Love. We love our customers.
Yeah.
We also carry Works of Wonder doll clothes for 18-inch dolls. I think that's
a Frozen right there.
This is an Elsa costume.
Elsa.
And
well, you know that little black dress right there with the fringe. You can also Roosterwear does onesies with bow ties on them for little boys.
That is right.
So you can get a onesie with a bow tie.
And let's not forget when we love Tullahoma.
All things Tullahoma. All things Tullahoma. That's at the Coker Building. That's right here on Wilson Avenue. Boy, I tell you what, I've gone blind and dumb there for a minute. And they're having the Mardi Gras party, and they're also having the Chamber Coffee, and that's a week from today.
The 24th.
It's the 24th.
At 11 a.m.
Mardi Gras is a week from today.
Okay.
And the Chamber Coffee is on the 24th.
24th. Okay.
And say, let the good times roll in your Cajun voice.
Le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll, yeah.
Did you take your medicine?
Oh gosh, I forgot it.
Her nurse.
You need a claim number?
Her personal assistant.
Let me just grab a...
Her housekeeper. Her cook. Her accountant. When I started taking care of Mom, I didn't realize the challenge of playing so many roles. But above all, I'm still her daughter.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving to connect with experts and other caregivers. Together we can better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
Well, Jim, it's been an interesting show. You know, it's been a while since we've done this all alone.
It has,
and
when you just kind of have to pull it out of thin air, but somehow or other that happened. So, you know, again, the weather was bad and nobody could get here, including part of our staff. So, but John and I got to hang out together because we didn't have any better sense than to get out of here.
We got here. We figured a way to get here.
Yes, we did.
We're gonna close today's show with a piece by I believe the Roosters are going to do a piece to close this show.
Okay.
And before we do that, there's something I wrote last week that sort of sums a lot of things up for me, and I think it's interesting because we're talking about Black history, and we all have our heritage that makes us what we are.
Right.
You know?
Sure.
And this is called, and I tell you what, if I write a book, which I'm thinking about writing a book and putting a lot of the things that I've written in a book, the title of the book is going to be Roots to Wings. And this is Roots to Wings. It's hard to have both roots and wings, be tied to the ground and wish for the sky, leave the limbs that lifted you through many things, not knowing if you have the skills to fly, the rare air of stars, champions, kings, and the occasional dreamer who turns roots to wings. The chance you take as you reach for a star is forgetting what made you who you are. The teacher, the preacher, friends, family, things taught, bought, and fought for, so you can see the region above where the free bird's voice rings, and the occasional dreamer who turns roots to wings. It's hard to have both roots and wings, but the few who achieve it can have anything. Stay grounded enough for the race to be won, yet soar through the heavens and shine like the sun in the rare air of stars, champions, kings, and the occasional dreamer who turns roots into wings. Folks, thank you very much, Jim.
Yes.
And all you folks out there for being with us today. Stay safe and sound, and be careful when you go out. And we're going to bring the rooster to you, maybe heat you up a little bit because he's got the fever.
All right.
Bye,
See you
folks.
next time.
I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'll love me as long as you want love, and then someday you leave for somebody new. Why do I let myself worry? Wondering what in the world did I do? Oh, for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying, and you're crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Oh, crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for loving you.
Patrick Klein's been nothing on that.